What drives a nurse to heal by day and kill by night? To understand Charles Cullen, we must step inside his mind. In our last video, we uncovered Charles Cullen's chilling rise from nurse to serial killer, how he gained trust inside hospitals and used medicine as his weapon of choice. If you haven't seen that part yet, make sure to watch it first so you don't miss the shocking details of how his killing spree began. Today, we're diving even deeper, exploring the twisted psychology of Cullen, the silent victims who never had a chance, and the shocking hospital failures that allowed him to keep killing. Charles Cullen's life was marked by trauma long before his murders. Born in 1960, he grew up in a troubled household, losing his father before birth and his mother in a tragic car accident as a teen. Alone and emotionally shattered, he attempted suicide multiple times, leaving behind a trail of psychiatric hospitalizations. His struggles with depression, loneliness, and rejection followed him into adulthood, shaping the mind of a man who would later become one of the deadliest killers in medical history. Cullen later claimed he killed to end suffering, painting himself as a kind of mercy killer. But investigators revealed the truth: many of his victims weren't terminally ill. Some were even recovering. His actions had less to do with mercy and more to do with control and compulsion. Psychologists describe him as a man obsessed with power, the quiet nurse who could play God, deciding who lived and who died with just a syringe. Behind every statistic was a human life, stolen by Charles Cullen's deadly hands. Cullen confessed to killing at least 29 patients, but experts believe the real number could be over 400. His victims included the elderly, the vulnerable, and even young patients, ordinary people who trusted him in their final moments. Inside hospitals like St. Barnabas, Warren Hospital, and Somerset Medical Center, patients who were supposed to be safe instead became prey. Their deaths were quiet, often disguised as natural, leaving families grieving without answers for years. The tragedy of Cullen's victims is not just in their numbers but in their silence. Many families didn't learn the truth until long after, when Cullen finally confessed. For every known victim, there may be dozens more whose deaths were never investigated. The real body count will likely never be known, lost in hospital records and medical charts that never raised alarms. Each name left behind is a reminder of how much was stolen, and how deeply trust was betrayed. Charles Cullen didn't work alone. His greatest accomplices were silence and negligence. From the late 1980s to the early 2000s, suspicious deaths followed Cullen everywhere he went. Staff noticed unusual patient declines during his shifts. Administrators received complaints. Some even labeled him with "do not rehire" warnings. Yet instead of reporting him to authorities, hospitals quietly let him resign, passing him along to the next facility. The priority wasn't saving lives, it was protecting hospital reputations. That silence gave Cullen the freedom to keep killing for nearly 2 decades. After his arrest, lawsuits mounted against hospitals for negligence. Some settled privately with victims' families, but no hospital executives were criminally prosecuted. The scandal was so severe that New Jersey passed a new law, the Cullen Law, requiring hospitals to report suspicious staff to licensing boards. But for hundreds of patients, this accountability came too late. Charles Cullen wasn't just a single man's crime, he was the failure of an entire healthcare system. Charles Cullen's story is not just about one man, it's about the patients who were silenced, and the hospitals that failed to protect them. In the next chapter, we'll uncover how he was finally exposed, his chilling confessions, and the aftermath that changed hospital safety forever.